Hi, my name is Logan Douglas. I'm the youngest of four children and a sophomore here at CMU. I grew up in the Grand Rapids area, and I'm a biology major with minors in chemistry and religion, and I'm a member of Dr. Steinhild's research lab. Here is my name tag. So for the L, I chose to do rock climbing. Rock climbing was one of the first things at CMU that made it really feel like a college experience. The freedom, like climbing at Finch, made me realize that there was a lot of room for personal growth, and now I had the freedom to pursue that. The O here is a track. I ran track all throughout high school, and it was one of the first things where I was put into a leadership position as captain. And then I ended up missing out on my senior year of track because of a collarbone break. But looking back, I'm almost glad that happened because it taught me a lot about mental resilience and mental toughness and the personal growth that I experienced during that season. Missing out on something that I loved so much was just explosive. For the G, I have a bunch of biology symbols. So academics is something that's central to me. I think that being a doctor and like being in the medical community is one of the ways that I see myself reaching out to my community and helping the people around me the most as an adult. So staying on top of my academics and really pursuing that medical career goal is something that's really important and crucial to me. For the A, I have a little barbell there. So weightlifting is something that's important to me, not just because it's fun and like I like to stay healthy, but also because I think that like being strong allows you to kind of manipulate the situations around you and steer them towards a better outcome a lot more. So like not only just being able to help people move things easily, but also just being able to protect the people around you, I think is really important to me. For the N here, I have the cover of the book Dune. So reading is something that's really important to me in general, but I think the book Dune tells a really important story about colonizers and the colonized, and I think that at the CMU campus it's really important to remember the Native American communities in the area, and how to be respectful of their culture and like learn about them as much as possible. And I think Frank Herbert lays out a very good outline in Dune for how to do that. So going into why I want to be an RA, I think the main reason is just to have access to more tools to interact with the community. So I've worked as an athletic coordinator on the CMU or on the Larsey Trout and Few councils, and I think that was great, and I really liked planning events and meeting all those new people who were as psyched about the idea of doing that as me. But I think doing it in a more professional setting with those staff meetings and with the staff is really important and would be a really good opportunity for me. Also, just to improve CMU in general, Central is something that's huge in my life, and I really love the campus and I love the community. So I think being able to interact with it more and just being able to improve it as much as I can through that RA position would be really helpful for me and the community. Why I think you should select me as an RA applicant. One of the biggest things is I'm just a reliable person. I'm someone that in my friend group and family group, it is never too late to call me. It is never too big of a thing to ask. I don't get annoyed or like, too busy is just not something that's in my vocabulary when it comes to helping the people around me. And I think that being that reliable person is really important in this position, just always being willing to answer that late night phone call and really spending the time and investing in the people around you in the residence halls. Also, I'm trained as an EMT, so trained and licensed. So I think a lot of those ambulance rides put me in situations that were life-threatening or like could get violent very quickly. And I think being in those like tense and almost panicky situations really teaches you a lot about yourself and prepares you for situations in the future. Also, I think it just gives you a wider worldview on the people around you or the people in communities that you may not see so much, like the impoverished or people with crippling diseases or addictions. So I've had to, administer Narcan. I've had to help alcoholics, and I think that just has helped spurn my compassion for those people even more. And I think it's also just prepared me for situations I might come across in the residence halls, so that I'm more able-minded and more prepared for those, so I'm not just freezing in front of the people that need my help. I also think just being the youngest of four kids has taught me a lot of conflict resolution and conflict management skills. I had a single mother growing up most of my life, so it was up to me to try and negotiate with my siblings a lot. And it's not like you can just yell at your older brother when you need or when you want him to do something. So I think as someone who's emotionally stable in that way and has a lot of this conflict resolution practice, I think that could go a long way in this job, and just being able to negotiate when roommates aren't getting along and just kind of helping that process forward is something that I could be really good at. So that's my video. Thank you so much. Here's one last look at the name tag. Thanks again.